Shortly after we returned from an Alaska cruise in April, MaryBeth spied a bargain round-trip fare to Iceland from our home in Florida, USA. So we snapped up a pair of tickets and spent the next few months planning the trip. We decided that after landing near the international airport near Reykjavik, we'd pick up a rental car and drive about 5 hours across the southern part of the Ring Road so as to be ready to tour the ice lagoons the following morning. Vatnajökull Glacier is Europe's largest. The national park of the same name covers a large portion of southeastern Iceland. On the extreme eastern side of the glacier, it used to come in direct contact with the Norwegian Sea. However, as the glacier has receded, two large ice lagoons have been created, Jokullsarlon and Fjallsarlon. This diagram depicts the life cycle of a glacial iceberg at Jokullsarlon Lagoon. When the glacier calves, chunks fall off as icebergs, and they float. Since this lagoon directly empties into the sea, the icebergs flow in that direction. Now the water temperature gets warmer as they approach the Highway 1 bridge due to mixing with the seawater. So the icebergs begin to melt, and they are ejected by the fast-flowing current under the bridge and out into the sea. This view looks southwest across the ice lagoon. Here the icebergs have already begun to melt, and they're starting to line up to head out to sea. As the icebergs approach the sea, they are much smaller and more rounded. While we were watching, the big iceberg in the center of this picture flipped around twice. The water flow picks up speed as it approaches the Norwegian Sea. The current flows fast out of the ice lagoon, but when it meets the sea, if it's an incoming tide, the icebergs are often washed up on the shore either side of the inlet. This amazing black sand beach is known as Diamond Beach, and it is a mecca for photos. Even in the off-season, this area was quite crowded, so we decided to make our way back to the car. In the more sparsely populated east and north of Iceland, the Ring Road is less, quote, highway, unquote, and more like a country road. It's still paved, but most bridges are one lane. We left the parking lot at Jokullsarlon and waited our turn to head south to the next lagoon. "10 kilometers south on Highway 1 brings us to Fjallsarlon Ice Lagoon. This lagoon is similarly filled with icebergs, but because there is no direct access to the warmer seawater, the icebergs stay larger and melt much more slowly. We chose to explore Fjallsarlon on a Zodiac boat. The tour took about an hour and begins with the suiting up process.
Ultra stuff.
Once you're suited up and ready to go, there's about a half-mile walk through the lava fields to get down to where you load up the boats. There's no dock, so that you just basically step from the rocky shore and roll your bottom right into the boat. And while underway, you sit on the side rib and hold onto a rope.
Could be. It's all these spaces is created from the glacier pushing the land all the way here. So the whole lagoon is very deep, and on average it's like 70 meters in here. And the deepest part is in front of the glacier, 140 meters.
One benefit of touring Fjallsarlon was that we were able to approach the face of the glacier. The majestic views from the boat were amazing and helped explain the enormous icebergs floating around. Our guide subsequently navigated us around these behemoths, and the blue color was just amazing. Glacial ice is compressed from snowmelt over many thousands of years, and for a variety of reasons absorbs all the colors from light except blue. Also, we learned that the black is actually ash from a volcanic eruption that may have occurred any time in the past thousands of years of glacier life. Eventually, Marcus slowed the boat, and he fished out a small piece of ice for us to pass around and examine. While it was sparkling in the unseasonably sunny weather, we learned that the ice is not pure water. Glacial ice also may have trapped air, organic material, dust, volcanic ash, and other kinds of sediment. The ice lagoons are truly an international attraction, and part of what we enjoyed about this trip was the different perspectives from the group of a dozen travelers. There were 4 of us from the US, 2 Brits, 2 from the Czech Republic, and 4 Canadians, along with our guide Marcus from the Czech Republic.